Hey people, injured here, 3v3, Khatrin Purification Plant, blue team. A grizzly bear, also known as LocalGhost, with an Apothecary, support hero fighting in melee combat by default begins the heal and a passive health regeneration aura got some Black Templars. Alongside, oLev with a Ordo Malleus brother captain, a very durable hero, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed with powerful disruption and support fighting in melee. Rounding off the blue team, I believe you meant to pronounce this Fedaykin, with a Lord Commissar, strong offense and support fighting in melee begins with a refractor shield. Red team, Katla with a Techmarine, starts off in ranged combat, puts out some good damage, can also support with structures and repair. Got some Dark Angels, it's the DLC in fact, alongside a couple of Chaos Sorcerers. First up is Sennol with the Black Legion, and not Zeetorq is lying to you, this is Zeetorq with the other Chaos Sorcerer. These guys with strong offense and disruption, powerful battlefield manipulation and control, fighting in melee for the most part. We have Zeetorq on the western side up against the Apothecary of LocalGhost in the mid. Brother Captain versus Sorcerer, special attack doesn't help him there. Brother Captain can't be knocked over, Strat Squad in amongst the CSM, doing some good work early on. They will handily win that melee fight, as you can see. CSM got really messed up there. Brother Captain does not make it out, and his Stormtroopers got Doom blasted. There's some Doom bolts for the other Stormtroopers. Holy crap, can they get on retreat path? They're not even going to bother. Going for the VP instead, which wasn't actually capped before they moved on. East side, Techmarine versus Lord Commissar. I think those Tacks should just fight the Lord Commissar there in melee, since it's quite low, and the Techmarine is getting shots in. He's going to try and decap the power, I think. Popped his shield up for a second, but has to run away. Now the Tactical Marines can maybe get into melee with these fellas. That's a lot of las guns. Down goes the Techmarine there. There's too much las guns, I think, for these guys to approach and actually do anything worthwhile. Zeetorq cleaned up the west side a bit, capping those slightly natural but basically contested wreck points. Trying to decap under some boltify, and here comes the Strat Squad. They do have their Tomes of Titan, and there's the Banishment, and I think they get their Psychic Burst in tier 1, right? I think, or maybe it's tier 2. I used to think they needed the Justicar, but I don't think they do. Flamer is up here for Katla's Tactical Marines, got some more now. Double CSM for Sennol, and Khatrin's up for Fedaykin. West side, nobody wants the VP apparently. Pushing up the west side is the Apothecary, grabbing this really natural wreck point off the red team there. Brother Captain's still down. Fedaykin might be going over to revive here, most likely is. Should get him to level 2 quite easily. And blue team it is, taking that contested VP on the western side. Sanguine Chainsword up for the Apothecary. Helps him brawl a bit, especially in 3v3s when he gets shot from everywhere. And has the Armor of Purity for the lower cooldown heal. Sanguine Chainsword gives him that heal on hit, there you see it. Also gives him a heal on ranged attacks, although you get less. Can he kill a Chaos Space Marine model here? No, that was a bit weird. Seemed to lose target for a second. Scouts do have a grenade ready. Apothecary cutting it close, heals himself. Couldn't quite get a model off the CSM, but did some good work. Really allows him to hang in melee, doesn't it? The Sanguine Chainsword does get the health boost from having Armor of Purity, right? Yeah, 100 more health, a little bit more health regen too. Meanwhile in the mid, Sorcerer leveled up. There's another Banishment at point blank range from the Strat Squad. Does it not have a minimum range, that thing? I guess not. It was nerfed quite a lot in 295. Fires less bolts, and the bolts do less damage, I think. And they have shorter range. Or maybe the bolts do slightly more damage, but there's less of them with less range. Something like that. It's worse, basically. Double CSM now for Zeetorq, but that's a very late second CSM model. They haven't spent any power yet either. Odd. Or have they? Nope, not the Heretics either. Doom bolts coming in. That was from Sennol's Sorcerer. Oh, these scouts gonna make it out. Nope, they had shotguns too. We had operatives coming in there from oLev. LocalGhost down to just some Tactical Marines here. And in a bad spot. I don't think the Sanguine Chainsword is going to save him. And they should take back the west side there, the red team. Meanwhile, pushing up the east side is Fedaykin with a heavy weapon squad in tow. Doesn't made it up there yet. Khatrin's making a big difference here. Look at that disruption from long range, and they can threaten the tactical marines in melee too. We've got double flamers up for Katla here. Shotgun blast into some power melee from the Khatrin's. Bad news for heavily armoured tactical marines. Flamer doing some good work there though, but they got too close to a suppressing heavy bolter, and now their power is going to get bashed and maybe decapped. They should be sending something to the VP as well, I think, for Fedaykin. Got some devastators now for LocalGhost as they try to recover on the west side. Haven't had their power hit, I don't think. Maybe they should have done that. Maybe Sennol should have got on and done that. We do have assault marines on the way now for Katla. That'll help greatly against Fedaykin's army, but they're going tier 2. Could get some Ogrins up, especially with the Lord Commissar support. Got the decap on the power, and the Khatrin's continue to harass it with some disruption. Did not get on the VP, but they're grabbing that natural wreck point. Meanwhile, west side, there's that psychic burst on the Sorcerer, draining some energy and messing up his movement speed. Cool ability to have in tier 1. Quite a versatile little unit these days, aren't they, Strat Squad? Decent in melee, decent ranged combat, and with the Tomes of Titan, which is, I think this thing is 25 power now, so it's not cheap. Gives them some cool psychic options too. Are you going to shoot operatives? They already have their fallback plan. They are going to take one gen. I think they should get a full bash here. Able to get on it quite easily, actually. Meanwhile, east side, Lord Commissar went down. Techmarine lost the indicator for him, but he's back to his feet. The assault marines jumping in. 400 hit points of heavy infantry armor can really bully tier 1 armies. Looks like they took some damage getting the Commissar down. Brother Captain with the Blessed Aegis, that's that shield there. And the Unending Purge. Strat Squad also have Purification, don't they, still? So they can give energy back to the Brother Captain. I'm pretty sure they still do. Sorcerer levels up to 2, that's Zeetorq, and runs away. 391 to 416. Doom bolts on the operatives, now in melee with CSM. You see that blind grenade as they retreated. But as I've said before, I don't think it's that useful. Reduces weapon range. It's like, so what? You're already running away from them. And ranged attacks don't affect retreating units as much, although I guess there could be other units around. Little bonus. The main thing about that is being able to break your own retreats. They are grabbing the power here with tactical marines. Yes, they are. Apothecary is getting into... Nope. Tried to get into the CSM. See that health regen aura from the Apothecary too. Does a good job brawling here. Bloodletters on the way for Sennol. Already bloodletters on the field for Zeetorq. Look at this. Ouch. LocalGhost not paying attention to the devastators, or maybe they were typing there. Lost their devs to the power melee, the fierce power melee of those bloodletters on that west side. Down to just tactical marines, and they aren't even going tier 2. This Apothecary is doing a lot of work though. They're keeping the pressure on. Look at this. 391 to 345. On the power is Katla with a turret up. Dispatch the power there with double flamers actually. Assault Marines making a massive difference on this side. And they haven't been able to parlay that earlier tier 2 into anything meaningful so far for Fedaykin. Got the assault squad low again, but he didn't drop a model. He's just going to get bashed again. Meanwhile, he also grabbed the VP. Awesome end to tier 1 and the start to tier 2 for the blue team. But can they keep the momentum going with LocalGhost's losses? Just saw a heal there. Was that a... Yep, it was a Purification Rites heal. A Rhino on the way for oLev. Got some markers each. CSM for Sennol. Is it double? No, the other ones don't have a mark yet. What about Zeetorq? Nothing for those fellas. We do have some war gear though. Demon armor and the Rod of Warpfire. Apothecary makes it out, maybe. Oh, I don't think he should. Those heretics should have got him, but they did not. And he does get away. 391 to 256. More Mark of Zinch. This is for Zeetorq now. So at least one Mark of Zinch for each player. The autocannon outranging the turret and taking it down there. Did some good work though for Katla, I think. This is LocalGhost helping to take it out. Down it goes. Brother Captain's level 2. Can they get onto this power quickly? Really shut down the beginning of tier 2 for the red team. LocalGhost calling in some more tactical marines. Desperately needs some stuff on the field. Red team, they need to bash power or something. They've got a numbers advantage here. They shouldn't have been pushed back so far. Brother Captain doing a lot of work with his Blessed Aegis, I think. Looks like they are going for a power bash. Strike Squad are here, but they can't fight Bloodletters. And they're going to get torn up at range now by the CSM. Do they fall off really hard in tier 2? We'll see how they do in a 3v3 scenario here. We do get some very specialised infantry in tier 2 from Chaos. Highly effective at their job of killing stuff. Meanwhile, east side. Full of power bash from the blue team. Double plasma attacks from LocalGhost too. Katla can't stop it, 2v1. Got an autocannon there to deal with. Blue team are not getting on this VP enough, I don't think, though. Getting their power bashed and capped. They do have a central power, though, the blue team. Here's that Rhino. Has a pintle-mounted Stormbolter manned by a very brave Grey Knight that's poking at the top there. They can get an upgraded weapon on the back bolted on, too. Down to half health already. Bunch of power melee on it and some inferno bolts. Here's the double plasma attacks with sergeants now. Those bloodletters need to phase out or something. Looks like they're getting some infiltration worship instead. Heretics got too low though. Bloodletters teleporting in. They might need to pile into the Rhino to escape. Looks like the tactical marines did. Oh, they're back out again. Those bloodletters having to shift out of existence to avoid damage and time their retreat well. There it is, I think they've done it. Good play by Sennol. Meanwhile though, Zeetorq's bloodletters are still in there. And tactical marines cannot deal with these guys in melee, but they have a lot of help. Doombolts flying in. Yeah, big weight of fire there. We have plasma stormtroopers for oLev, double. They get away okay. Zeetorq Sorcerer also gets away. They capped and noded this power. Could not get the wreck point though. East side is uncapped. The power, that is. There's your submarine jump. Autocannon dealt with, and they should be able to push back pretty well against Fedaykin. Since they don't have help anymore, although Chimera on the way. Don't have a way currently to deal with that. Look at this support though from oLev using the Rhino to get around. Has not bolted a weapon on the back yet. Keeping that power, I suppose. Using it much more as a support platform. What is this? They're taking their power back, I guess. And that's the Brother Captain capping. Level 2 and level 1 Mark of Zinch CSM, but the damage here on the tactical marines. Need to heal, they did not get it. Maybe the heal was already used since this guy's missing some energy here. Maybe it was on cooldown. Someone keeps pinging Sennol, apparently they're not happy about it. 301 to 223. Lots of special attacks. The Apothecary is going to get away. They could teleport after him. Might be worth it. Nemesis Force Halberd now for the Brother Captain. Looks like they are not teleporting after him. Splash damage, power melee on this Brother Captain now. Down goes one of the tactical marine models. Yeah, the CSM need to create some space here. Maybe. Doombolts flying in. This is a little bit sloppy here from Zeetorq. Brother Captain is getting messed up though. Although up goes the Blessed Aegis. Demon armor is up then. Or the demonic shield rather. From Zeetorq. Yeah, a little bit sloppy. Needed to create a little bit of space there to try and split and shoot down the Brother Captain. They seem to be going really hard after the I think they're tactical marines which powered into the Rhino or something. Meanwhile, east side, power bash, Sennol and Katla. Katla's now got a whirlwind. Where's that Chimera? There it is. A support vehicle for the Imperial Guard, much like the Rhino, allows it to reinforce and transport infantry around. We've got a Librarian here for LocalGhost. Plague Marines for Sennol. Havocs, there you see them with the autocannon. And the Chaos Havoc autocannon is pretty nuts, even by autocannon standards, which are all pretty strong. West side is blue. Here's your Librarian. Support subcommander for Space Marines as a power melee weapon. And some nice support spells, as well as a smite. Because they need more lightning shooting out of stuff, the blue team. A decent shot there by the whirlwind. Does have a hunter killer missile as well, could shoot at the Rhino there. You do need to be still with your whirlwind to get a shot off. There it is. Some good disruption if you can hit. Decent mercenary strike, but they had to run away. Can't really trade. It's hard to trade efficiently with plasma guards when we're up to 12 models like this, and they're reinforcing 3 at a time from the Chimera. It's like basically pointless shooting them. Ouch. Down goes CSM. Those were Sennols, I think. Did they wipe? Oh, they didn't wipe. I lied. They wiped. The Curse of Indrid Strikes. Looks like LocalGhost was in retreat path there. Is the whirlwind going to make it out? It should. But maybe I shouldn't have said that. Showing its rear armor. 290 to 146. Have not dealt with the vehicles yet. This Rhino's done so much work. Finally, they got Plague Marines up. The double CSM and Bloodletters was quite a big chunk of upkeep. There's that Hunter Killer. The Whirlwind, of course, could not hit the tactical marines that were actually capping. Maybe this time? Oh, well, not in time to stop the decap if it does. Still didn't hit enough of them to stop the capping. 277 to 146. Tier 3 for oLev. They're down to just 3 units. So they haven't had it all their own way. There's the operatives going down. CSM. Oh, there's that overcharged plasma for the suppression. Bloodletter's getting in there. Gonna bash the power in the mid. Rhino is okay, just about. Tier 3 all around for the blue team. Rhino needs some repairs. The Stormtroopers are the repair unit for Ordo Malleus. They've taken that power. Tactical Marines in melee with Bloodletters. Not a great place for them to be, but they do have numbers here. Bloodletters having to run. Plague Marines not able to get shots on the Chimera yet. Whirlwind is going to go down in range of an autocannon there. And Apothecary ties up the Plague Marines. 247 to 146. Looks like Zeetorq's going to hit the tier 3 momentarily. Decent amount of requisition too. And a decent amount of red. They could get Terminators soonish. Yeah, a couple of minutes. At the most they can get Terminators. Maybe a minute and a half. At their current power rates. And I think it's worthwhile to get them. Lightning Claws will do a lot of work for you here. Just need something else to help you with vehicles. 239 to the 146 1-to-1 cap. They could not grab the west side. Rhino barely makes it out. Now has the heavy bolter turret bolted on the back. Bloodletters did phase out in time to not take another loss there. They do have those rec points. Meanwhile, blue team hitting the VP. Apothecary now level 4. Has the improved medical equipment now. Looks like it's going to go down. Took a fair beating though, didn't he, with that sanguine chainsword. And his self-heal, of course. Uh-oh. Katla cannon killed so many guardsmen, but they come back so fast. I mean, it is more of a dent in your economy since they were nerfed in terms of their cost and their reinforced time was increased. So the notorious Guardsman Chimera combo, not quite as strong as it was. Really dominated tier 2s before. I have some Terminators. These are from LocalGhost with their Storm Bolters and Power Fists by default. Speaking of heavy melee, got a Xenos Power Claw from Lord Commissar. Carapace Armor also, and Stubbornness. What's this? It's a Librarian going for the cap. Might eat some Inferno Bolts. Here we go. Look at that damage. And Warp Fire knocks him off the cap. Gonna die, in fact. Does die. LocalGhost down to 2 units again. They all seem to recover reasonably well. Here's a Vortum Razorback. Awesome. New unit for Ordo Malleus in 295. Described as a fast attack vehicle. It's got 7.5 speed, this thing, which is fast. And has a Psy Cannon on top, which is decent versus all targets. Level 4 attacks on the eastern edge for Katla. Do have a flamer, so they can pressure that power again. Plasma Cannon might want to move up a bit. Apothecary still down over there. Can use Laraman's Blessing. No, they can't. They don't have the red for it since they got the Terminators. They've gone for Cyclone Missile Launcher here before seeing any vehicles. It's another Vortum Razorback on the way for oLev. 100 power, they're not cheap. We'll see what they can do though with that mobility. 229 to 125. Flame attacks are indeed pushing against the power, so they got 1 gen and a half. And are persuaded to leave by a Xenos Power Claw. West side now. Bloodletters are still in play, still a big threat. Level 2 and level 4 for Zeetorq. Techmarine's now getting shots on a Vortum Razorback. So much for your mobility when you're getting hit by stinking Nurgle missiles. It's going to go down. It does go down. Sennol keeping them moving there, which is quite important for Techmarines. You want to shoot and then start moving immediately before you have to shoot again. Try to keep pace with the vehicle. So Rocket Run helps get rid of some stuff. Bloodletters, I think, are going to be okay. They're level 3 and are in retreat. Losing health really fast though. Oh, Imperial Abyss from, I assume, Sennol. The Bloodletters did make it out. Another drop pod coming in for LocalGhost. Fedaykin now has some Khatrin. Limited to 1 these days. But they're pretty cool. Really fast. Got some grenade launchers. They can now get melter guns too. Venerable Dreadnought dropped in though from Katla. Unique to the Techmarine. Cyclone Missile Launcher misses. Vortum Razorback's getting hits in though. So is the Lord Commissar. Another nuke from Zeetorq. And an orbital. Decent hits. 229 to 60 though. They're running out of VPs. Running out of VPs. The Rhino is still around. It made it out. What is this? Tactical Marines are decapping the VP there. There's the 1-to-1. Can they finish the cap? Looks like they can, maybe. Did something run away? Yeah. Some Khatrin, I think, ran away. Did they not disrupt them? They still knock back stuff, right? Yeah, they do. Uh-oh. Tactical Marines do make it out. Are the Terminators going to make it out, though? I don't think so. Vanguard Veterans on the field for Katla. Again, LocalGhost struggling to preserve their units. Not what you'd expect from an Apothecary, but their team's still doing pretty damn well here. Oh, this is Mind Blades up on the Strat Squad. Global ability of the Brother Captain. Boosting melee damage. And maybe doing some other things. I think it gives you more melee skill as well. Is that a... It is a melter gun. Dashing that power. It's a good cap by Katla through the mid. And the red team is taking the west side. That DPS though, says Zeetorq. Not sure what he's referring to. Got some Zeetorq worship. Blue team take their natural back and they're on the red team natural. Ah, but for how long? Vanguard Veterans versus a Strike Squad. A level 3 Strike Squad, but Vanguard Veterans should be able to deal with them pretty easily. They did get their energy burn though. They can't jump after them, at least for the strike squad, that is. And they defended the VP. Well done, Vanguard veterans. Level 7 Commissar ready to roll though. Here's a Predator tank from LocalGhost. Great unclean one though for Zeetorq. Actually has great synergy with the Sorcerer, since you can teleport that big guy around and get him out of trouble. A Greater Demon. Passively damages nearby enemies, has some nasty abilities too. But the captain's level 4. They do have a lot of Plasma and Melter though. The Khatrin switching to Melter guns, they can switch freely between their special weapons now. Brian Kimo might take a lot of damage here from all the Plasma guns. Vanguard veterans coming in the top of your screen there, in amongst those tactical marines. Demon shield going up from Zeetorq. There's a cloud of flies from the Grey and Clean One, infecting everything back there. Some tactical marines wiped, I think, from LocalGhost. Predator tank backing off. Is that another tactical marine wipe back there? Wow. LocalGhost just down to a Predator tank. They've really struggled to preserve their units in this game. There's that Nurgle Vomit. Grey and Clean One making a massive difference for the red team here. Look how much damage it has soaked up. Needs to be careful though. Can't soak it up forever. I'm not sure where Zeetorq is. There's the teleport. They have got out of trouble. The warp sends a unit back to the Sorcerer's current location. So you need to position yourself carefully. There's a rocket run. Pretty good one. Don't think the Venerable Dreadnought's going to get away here. Showed up a little bit too late. If the Venerable was here, oh, took down a tank though. If the Venerable was here at the same time as the Great and Clean One doing most of its work, that could have been really nasty, but it's going to go down. There's the Stoicism. LocalGhost has literally no units. And goes for some scouts, apparently. Alrighty then. Chaos Terminator's getting their Reaper autocannon. Cap VP, they say. Easier said than done. Oh, just saw the Inquisitorial Stormtroopers going down. We're back to doubled Vortum Razorbacks. Are those Havocs going to survive that? Surely not. No, they don't. The Bloodletters can phase out. The Sorcerer is just going to eat the hit. There's the double Vortimers. And the Rhino is still there. This one has the Hunter Killer Missile upgrade too. For some burst damage versus vehicles. There's your Terminators back there. Demoralizing on hit with this Reaper autocannon. But as I said, there's a lot of plasma to shoot at them. A lot of plasma. There's another nuke. Imperial Abyss from Zeetorq, I believe. 97 to 41 is pretty damn close, despite LocalGhost being down to a single unit. Some decent Doom Bolts. But level 4 strike squad up to 24, 58 hit points with their Tomes and their Justicar. Great and Clean One has healed up. Down goes Sennol Sorcerer, level 10. Oh, Zeetorq's also down. Oh, there's the revive. They can go and revive Sennol now. Don't think they'll get a level out of it. West side is turning blue. There's a heavy weapon squad grabbing it, and they got a decap thanks to... I don't know what it was thanks to. Oh, maybe this guy. Maybe the Commissar got it. Scouts grabbed it back. From Katla, they might be going to harass the VP of the blue team now with their foot speed. I just saw Vanguard veterans jump on it. There it is. Going for that decap. 3 Vortimer Razorbacks from oLev. Where are the las cannons? Oh, here we go. There's one from Zeetorq. Great and Clean One. Big rear armor hits there. And the Sorcerer goes for a decap. And there's a foul snare. I think, was it on the Commissar? I think his shield was up and stopped him getting knocked over, maybe. But the Captain, using his invulnerability from the Holy Armor of Titan, but still has to flee. The Wrath of the Great and Clean One, in fact, does not flee, just gets tossed aside. Like he was a mere guardsman or something. What is this? Taking back their natural down to 11 VPs, the red team. LocalGhost was on 0 units again. Goes for a Predator tank. Have that las cannon. They also have this autocannon for some anti-vehicle. Plague Marines are still alive. They're right there, in fact. And they got it as a double cap. They need to be so careful. And they need to really look after their VP. Katla needs to look after it. With those Vanguard veterans, maybe they can use their jump to stop caps, perhaps. Scouts. Oh, they have shotguns and Sergeant for that disruption as well to stop caps. Down to 48 VPs, the blue team. They're not Rhinos, Katla, those are Vortimer Razorbacks. Here comes a strike squad. Was that LocalGhost's tank? I think it was. What was it doing? Keep it back here with these guys. 34 to 11. The amount of units they've lost, and they keep the screaming cap. Uh-oh. Imperial Abyss. Oh boy. That is a lot of dead stuff. For Fedaykin, sorry. But they still have some stuff. Oh, I don't think Katla was aware that Vortimer Razorbacks were in the game, perhaps. But read those notes. 20 to 11. Doesn't seem like Red Team's natural VP is under threat at the moment. I think the Apothecary died on it. Oh, another Venerable Dreadnought from Katla. Awesome. Smack kills a couple of strike squad with his first hit. Look at the XP they got from that. Since they delivered all of the damage there. Well, they are going to die pretty quick because of all the Vortimer Razorbacks. They got the Rhino. Oh, they got one of the Razorbacks actually. Can they get another one? Oh, almost. So close. Red Team are back on this VP. The Stoicism. Oh, didn't quite have the time. One more second, and they would have got that swing on that Vortimer Razorback. 14 to 11. Uh-oh, something's decapping here. Oh, Tactical Marines at the drop pod. Can the Bloodletters kill them fast enough? Meanwhile, back on the west side, we have another las cannon here from Zeetorq, helping to deal with these Vortimer Razorbacks, but strike squad it in amongst them. And there's the game. The blue team got it. The blue team got it. A very, very important decap actually at the end there from LocalGhost, from like, what was their 4th Tactical Marine squad or something. The west side was also decapped thanks to this Vortimer Razorback play from oLev. Really did well on the west side. Great and Clean One doing a cloud of flies. It was an odd game. They were LocalGhost was depleted so much, but they kept the pressure up thanks to oLev and Fedaykin. Just look at his heroes. Level 5 Techmarine there. Level 10 Sorcerer. Level 6 Sorcerer had a level 5 Apothecary. Level 4 Brother Captain. And a level 10 Lord Commissar at the end there. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.